Giancarlo, another win here, 3 goals, 3 points. You must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, I'm delighted for the boys. I'm delighted for Ufi as well. He'll be back on Friday. I thought it was an excellent performance, true grit. It was a very polished defensive performance. I know Ollie was exceptional today. I think credit to him for us keeping the 3 points.
2 goals in a couple of games at Ben Wayne. Good to see some confidence getting back into him.
Yeah, he's been great the last couple of weeks. He's worked back into the starting 11, and his enthusiasm is something that the team feeds on. And he scored last week, so his confidence is sky high. So any chance that he gets, I'm very confident that he can finish.
I think you moved back into the top 4 tonight. You're heading back to Wellington in a couple of weeks. Can you really start to sense some excitement building, some confidence building throughout the group for the back end of the season? The
excitement's measured because we have a high turnaround of games, and it will put a strain on the squad in the next couple of weeks. But the boys are absolutely are really pumped for now making a run into the 6. And to be fair, they're actually even looking more forward to going back home and playing in front of some big crowds.
Obviously, you mentioned Ollie Styles' performance in goal. Are you impressed with the amount of determination in the defence, like the scramble, where the Raw had plenty of chances, but they just kept on turning them away with blocks and obviously Styles back?
Yeah, that was, for me, that was the highlight of the game, true grit. We've been in similar situations this year, and I felt as though we might have let the first goal in easier in previous games, but the key today was to making sure that we had a clean sheet. They did exactly what was asked from before the game, and yeah, unbelievable. If we keep going like that, then it will be a very good remainder of the season.
And on a personal note for you, 2 out of 2, obviously as coaching.
Yeah, I can retire now happily. Yeah, no, it's great. Look, the whole experience has been great, and I'm doing nothing different to what Ufi's put in place. He's a fantastic coach. I think probably the best in the league, and I just help him as much as I can.
Questions from you, Joey?
I'll let Philip go first. The Kiwi journalist get in first.
All good. Yeah, hey Chiefy, this coaching gig's pretty easy.
Yeah, too easy, I think.
With Ben Wayne and Ben Old, I guess the All Whites play a pretty big game tomorrow. I'm sure they would have loved to have stayed in Qatar and been involved in that. Have you sensed like a renewed confidence since those two came back, with Ben obviously Wayne scoring as a White State bib and Ben Old getting his a White State bib?
Yeah, I think that's helped, but their confidence has always been there. It's just a matter of getting them on the park and playing consistently. With any young player, you know, their confidence is always correlated to the amount of game time they have. So I was mindful of that. I was trying to keep them on the park as long as I could today. So keeping that confidence high.
Yeah, and I guess with Ben Wayne, he's probably had to wait for his opportunity. He's got that with injury. We saw last season he went on a bit of a goal-scoring run. Do you feel like he's got potential to do the same now?
I think so. I think there's a lot of parallels to last year. Sam Sutton as well. He wasn't starting. Now he's a starter. Wayno has worked into the season and he's done very well. His work rate is fantastic. He gets some really good opportunities. And I thought today as well, we sat deep and every time that we looked to go forward, he was getting in good position. And with a little bit more luck, he probably could have got a couple more goals.
Yeah, and with Ben Old, it was a pretty nice way to open his account in the A-League men. What do you think of his first goal for Phoenix?
No, it was great. Oldie is a very exciting prospect. He worked hard. He listens and sticks to instruction. So he's an impressive young man as well.
And just a final one, Sam Sutton was the player that got the nod to fill the central midfield role. What was the reason for kind of picking him, and how do you think he went in that role?
Well, 2 things. He's played there before, and I think his work rate is unbelievable. So even at the end of the game, he was still running and just making tackles and coming across and communicating well. So I think he validated his selection.
Cool, thank you, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Hey mate, Joe Lynch here from AAP. Congratulations on the win. I know you've touched on him a bit already, but just a bit of an extended comment on Ollie Styles' performance. Did it look like he just decided he wasn't going to concede and that was it?
No, I think he was man of the match. I think the save at 1-0 that led then to the second goal was the most crucial part of the game. It was a big save, and then he really grew into the game. The louder he is in the game, the more I know that he's in top form. So he was exceptional today. So were all the defenders and midfielders as well.
On the subject of your second and third goals, we've just had Warren Moon in, and he said that your side is probably the best in the league when it comes to transition moments. Just how important is that to your game?
It is important, but it's not our focal point. We like to build up. It's just that we find that counter moment is also as effective. So we like to think that we're effective in all phases. And it kind of worked out today. In some games it doesn't work. There are different matchups in the league, but yeah, it is important.
And just got to ask you about the first goal. Scott Neville has told Paramount Plus at half-time that he was told by the referee that it was a foul, but they'd let VAR call that. What did you make of the goal? Did you see a foul? Has anything been communicated to you?
No, nothing was communicated by the fourth official, so I didn't know whether it was a foul, whether they were looking at an offside, so I can't comment on that.
Fair enough. Cheers, mate. Congratulations on
Thank
the win.
you.
No more on Zoom? All good. Thanks, Giancarlo.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.